Today's episode of the Nateland podcast is brought to you by DraftKings, Rocket Money, Factor, and BetterHelp. Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. I'm sitting here with Brian Bates, Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay.
All right.
And we got with us this week, beautiful Nick Thune. How do you say it?
Thune.
Yeah.
Nick Thune.
I mean, I'll take anything, really.
It's the way that your jacket is. So it's Thune. You think they would
This
probably...
is like a French workwear jacket.
So if someone saw you, everybody knows Nick Thune, everybody from the Nateland podcast. So, but if someone saw you with that jacket and they saw your name, they might say, is it Thune?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's that which is French slang for cash.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Toonie.
No, Thune.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Toonie's Canadian.
Yeah, Toonie's
a
Canadian.
loony and a toonie.
So Nick, so Thune is, man, so if you go there, you'd probably have to be a rapper or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really would change things
Well, at
up.
least
Yeah.
your gold tooth helps. So
This
is that linen?
is horrible. I mean, you guys, this is hitting on everything over here.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to deal with this?
just move it to the side.
Okay.
There you go. It's like a seatbelt that's uncomfortable.
This
This is
probably-
not, we're not about comfort here.
No.
It goes, I hate everything about this, but I do it, Nick.
I mean,
I show up. You think I want,
I had to drive here this morning from
Yeah.
LA.
I want to be here alone, but I got to sit next to everybody every week, and I do it. I do it. We had a lot of stuff from the Nateland stuff, the Nateland aspect. Saturday, we had Aaron Weber's special. Sold out. It was great.
Yeah, man.
Hot shows.
A lot of,
I've heard.
yeah. It was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We had, are you going to tell this? It was,
Yeah, we can talk about it a little bit. It was
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
crazy couple days.
Yeah.
We had our routine doctor's appointment on Friday, and the doctor told us, y'all are having this baby today, my
Okay.
wife and I. So we were like, oh, God.
Did you guys already know she was pregnant?
It was a lot.
It was a lot of information. Aaron
That
was like,
would've-
what? What? Two whats?
We did an ultrasound, routine ultrasound, and the kid wasn't moving, which is just like a terrifying 10 minutes trying to get the kid to move on the ultrasound. So she's like, we might have to deliver this baby. So we headed to Vanderbilt downtown. I texted Nate and everybody. I was like, I'm about to have the kid today. We're pretty sure. So we were all kind of scrambling last minute what we're going to do with these. We had 5 sold out shows at the club, and the special was going to be recorded and everything. And we got down there, everything got figured out. The kid just decided, hey, I'm going to start moving all of a sudden.
Mhm.
So they
He was
kept
just chilling.
chilling.
She.
That seems to
Just
be the medical diagnosis, as far as I know.
Yeah.
The baby was just hanging
It's a
out.
relaxed baby.
Relax.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lucy's at the hospital for 2 days. We didn't think she would be able to make the special taping, but she got released at like 8 p.m. Saturday night. So she ran over, still with the hospital socks on, ran over at 8 p.m. and caught the second show. So
Yeah.
everything
it was
worked
great.
out. It was just a crazy couple days. I got the worst night's sleep of my life the night before the special at the hospital.
Did she
Oh, no.
take the socks back, or did she keep those?
I mean, they're pretty good socks. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've had hospital
They
socks.
have the grips on the
before.
bottom?
Oh, yeah, dude. They're the
Yeah.
real deal.
Yeah, I mean, they probably cost $500.
I'm
They
sure.
come from the hospital.
Yeah.
So.
Insurance does cover that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it was just really funny the way it all worked out. Everything seems to be good now. The kid's coming any day now, but it did not come this weekend. So we got the special. Thank you, Nate, for everything. Thank you,
Yeah,
everybody.
it
Nate
was
Lane, guys.
awesome.
It came out really well. I
Yeah.
thought the crowds were great. I'm excited to see it.
My wife went to the Thursday show. She loved it.
Oh, good.
Thought it was great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one we didn't take. I'm joking. Yeah, no.
Well, she
joking.
wanted it, you know. She was
It was
like-
a good day.
Yeah, she's like, I
the
don't-
whole thing was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Read our first ad. Today's brought to you by Northern Illinois University. This is the ad, Aaron. I don't know what to say. Northern Illinois, great place to go to school. Winning program. I'm just reading that as the winning winning program of football. I think that's what it says.
Hey.
We're on a streak right now. This is a new ad. I didn't know we had. Bates didn't even know about this new ad.
They're top 25 now. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
We had to rank them to make us feel good. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So you had a whirlwind this week.
Yeah, it was a lot of emotions.
We were all rooting for Notre Dame, just mainly for because you were recording. You just had a lot Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday was a lot. So we were like, at least please
Maybe
win
you weren't
this game.
giving Notre Dame the attention they needed this weekend, and that's why.
That's true.
I watched most of that game from a hospital room on a small TV.
Yeah, you're like, this dig at Saturn.
Yeah, it did. But who knows?
Aaron takes
Vanderbilt's on a streak, though, huh?
Oh, buddy. We are just glad we're not Notre Dame and going through what they're having to go through.
Yeah.
We're top of the world. Yeah, it's going great.
And then NFL on Sunday, yesterday, I got on the plane. The Titans were up 17-0.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, look at this. Flew back from San Diego, landed in Nashville, and it was shocking what happened.
It was not good.
No.
Yeah, very
They
frustrating.
crumbled,
Yep. Tough.
What was the final score?
like 24-17.
Yeah, it was not good. Well, Sunday, speaking of Sunday, we also did Nick Thune. Nick Thune did his special. It was great, sold out. Nick had his dad here. His dad was fun.
He introduced me.
Yeah,
He took a little liberty on it.
he did get into it.
It's
the
funny.
second show, he got a little more into it.
He was talking to Nate's dad, and Nate's dad's talking about how like he's doing all these shows, and my dad didn't know that Nate's dad had been doing that his whole life. And so he thought just because he worked with Nate on the road that he was now getting work.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
Shows.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, your girlfriend asked me what I do for a living. So
Oh, she
Yeah.
did?
yeah,
Good.
after I was on
So she said it perfectly how I told her to.
Yeah, I think a lot of people listen to ask him after. We all kind of want to know what Brian. We're like, what Brian? What do you do?
She asked after you were on stage?
I misunderstood her. She was talking about she's going sightseeing today in Nashville.
And she thought you were.
She's like, "What do you do?" But I thought she was asking me what I do for a living, so I was like, "I do stand-up comedy. This is my job." So there was just a misunderstanding.
Okay.
Yeah, Brian hosted the shows all weekend. Did a great
All
job.
weekend.
Yeah, man.
It was a whole big Nateland. It was really great. The lab's awesome. Y'all's specials look great. They really do look great.
Yeah, Homeless Pimp directed them.
Yeah.
And
Nate's whole family came out.
Oh yeah, everybody was
it
here.
was a Nateland affair. We missed you, Dusty.
They
Yeah.
were both so funny.
Sorry about that, guys.
all good.
And just silly, no message, no
Yeah.
trying to tell you how to do anything in your
Aaron
life.
had a message.
Well, I mean, I think if you look at either one of them, you
He's
know,
making a message with that jacket.
I was going to say,
Yeah, that
both of
hoodie,
them are telling you how to vote in their own way.
I'm-
but,
Yeah, I'm trying to counteract
Yeah.
Nick Thune over here.
so they tell you without telling you is what I'm saying.
This brand is Bottomland.
It's Carhartt, but
interesting.
yeah, Bottomland. It's like a brand of camouflage.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
All
thanks,
you
man.
hunting.
Yeah, I hunt all the time,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
It's the name of our next podcast, Bottomland.
Not mine.
It was the whole thing was great. We can't wait for you guys to see those specials. This is a good weekend. Upcoming, we have Steven Rogers. We'll go tape his special. It's on sale. It's taping at Comedy Fort Collins, October 11th and 12th, 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Nateland we will be recording October 12th. So if you want to come check out Steve Rogers, very funny. We got a lot of stuff. Last week we recorded another showcase here at the lab. Dale Jones debuted this week. Dale Jones, so funny.
Very funny.
So funny, man. Coming up, we have Chastity Washington, DJ Demirs, and Nick Murphy. I mean, this lineup, they've all been great. The crowd was just on fire that week of the
I
showcase.
hosted too,
Yeah.
so they probably got them real fired
I think it was
up.
Dusty.
Yeah, it
I
did.
think it was Dusty's tone.
Yeah.
So every Monday, 4 p.m., a new set will come out. Check out the Nateland Podcast Network because we added the show. Don't make me come back there with Dustin and Melissa Nickerson. It's a family parenting comedy pod. Comes out Wednesday mornings. And then I also was announced I'm doing a holiday variety show on CBS.
Right.
It's going to air
crazy.
December 19th. You're about to see why I've been busy. Why I've missed a lot of stuff. it's about to come out. So there's going to be if you're
You gonna wear that hoodie and everything?
Seems like a mugshot. Did you get
good-
arrested?
It's a good look. I didn't even know the camera.
You
was
got
there.
arrested for wearing that sweatshirt.
I've worn that on stage so many times, and
know.
people don't care for it.
Yeah.
And
I know you've ran it by me multiple times.
Yeah.
And I've been like, I mean,
it's good.
If Nick's like that's pushing it, then maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Nick goes, I don't know. But yeah, so you're about to see. We got a few more announcements that are coming out of stuff that I'm doing. We're having Nateland be a part of it. Not the production company. These guys I will not have be set foot near this. Real Hollywood stuff. And you know,
Don't worry, these guys aren't coming.
guys,
near.
don't. Yeah,
This is gonna be.
this
It's gonna be
has-
good.
Yeah, what you see here, you will only see here, and what you see there, you will see there. You know,
Yeah.
Nick's Hollywood though.
yeah.
Nick's
Yeah.
real Hollywood.
Very Hollywood.
He's the most. You're the most Hollywood out of all of us.
Well, that's why we doing the topic today because
Yeah.
Mr. Hollywood's here.
Yeah,
We're doing the California, right?
Yeah.
Hollywood.
That's what I know about.
So yeah, so that was. I mean, that was our weekend. We were kind of all here. I mean, us four were all here. That was kind of. I don't know if you had any special stories that we didn't know about this weekend.
About being here this weekend?
Yeah, like I mean, usually we just talk about where we've been, but four of us were here.
Yeah.
as
Well,
a team.
where were you?
Yeah.
I was in Phoenix,
I
Arizona.
was at another.
Should we
special.
promote those shows?
Well, I was already there, but
Still put
they
'em
were
out.
really great.
Let people know you were
Phoenix, San Diego, 2 theater shows.
Ooh.
Great time.
working. Balboa,
Balboa,
and what was the other one?
Orpheum.
Yep.
Heat wave going on out there. Very hot, but I
yeah.
like the heat, so I was into it. It's a great time, but even hanging out late at night in Phoenix.
You ever wear shorts on stage?
Oh no! Well, there was a time. There was
Yeah.
a time. I got a picture of myself in cargo shorts on stage. And I'm wearing shorts right now, but not But yeah, I was wearing cargo shorts, and it's a bad look.
It is.
He used to do comedy barefoot, Nick.
I started comedy barefooted. First time doing comedy, I wore overalls and was barefooted.
And what, like have a fishing pole.
No, but if I had thought of it, that
Yeah.
would have been good. Yeah,
Huck Finn.
That's
Yeah.
John
Yeah.
Doerr does that.
yeah.
What? And you just talked about
Well, it was not the
like
jokes.
a character.
Yeah, it was a character. The
Yeah.
jokes weren't really bad. I mean, they would be not good now. Like I wouldn't do them now.
But they, yeah.
But it was a good set.
Yeah, but you have could you post a set?
I could post some of it.
That'd be great.
You know, I've said this before, but your first album, for some reason, every time I turn on my car, it starts playing your first
Yeah.
album, Making That Fudge.
Yeah,
And I think
It's
it's
a good
still
album.
very funny. It's
Yeah.
still good. I remember at the time being like, this is great.
yeah,
But you're just so much better now than you were back then.
yeah,
It's like listening to a different guy.
yeah. My style is even
Not really
different.
funny, but just,
yeah,
a genuine feeling I had.
Yeah. Well, I talked slower. I had a different thing going on.
Mm.
I'm wide open.
It's
now.
frustrating though when it plays automatically.
Yeah, I'm pretty sick of that album.
I love it. I love that that's happening to you.
I don't really understand hunting,
Yeah.
We got plenty of food at home.
Oh, that's a bit that
We
I
got money to buy it.
It's not even like is it because his name starts with a D?
No,
That's
it
the
just
only
picks-
thing I have downloaded on my
It somehow
phone.
knows what would annoy you the most.
Mm.
Mine is
Especially that-
mine's Brian.
For years, it's just
It was,
Brian's
for
album.
years, it was Brian's CD. I have so much stuff on it.
Easy
it's
out.
actually easy out. But it's funny is like it never just taking Brian out of it. It's which I would like to know how if someone knows how. And it even picks songs that I wouldn't. It's never picked something that I go, oh, that's cool. It's always like it's like what are the odds? It picks something
That you chose.
No, I didn't. But I didn't. One of it's like L.A. Guns is on. I think that's Laura. I didn't pick out. Not that I have anything against L.A. Guns. I don't. I just not. I don't know. But it'll like play something. And I'm like, what is this? It's crazy. All right. So did you get to hang out with Bobby Kelly?
I saw Bobby Kelly for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 2 shows. By the time he was out, I had already smoked 2 cigars. I mean, I was like, and it was like 100 degrees at night. I was roasting. I was smoked out, and I saw him for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Great
He
to
likes
see
a
him.
cigar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to do, but he had 2 shows, and so. But we got to see him for a second.
Yeah.
I love Bobby Kelly.
Bobby's the best.
Yeah,
Let me tell you a little bit about DraftKings. NFL started this week. If you took Chicago -4.5, you'd have still won against the Titans. But DraftKings is the place to go. We had people here this weekend playing DraftKings. Some other comics, some of the staff hanging out. Everybody does DraftKings. It's just a fun way to, you don't have to bet a lot of money. Some people are betting $5 just for fun. And it's a good time. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like picking a player to score a touchdown. You can do that, Nick.
Yeah.
Do you know any NFL players?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big
Personally?
sports fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like it, but Nick's a big sports
Well, I knew he was a
fan.
big baseball fan. Bet DraftKings this week. Vanderbilt's favored by 10.5 over Georgia State.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that?
It's a big game this week. Georgia State favored 10.5. So
One of the best teams in the country, Georgia State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'd give Notre Dame a hassle. There you go. Notre Dame has trouble against just teams that are the state, that are just the location of the state. They go. That's who y'all don't want to play. You're like Western Arizona. You're like, oh boy,
yeah,
that's going to be
yeah.
a tough one.
That's too specific.
Once they tell us where they're at, we don't do well.
Well, score big with DraftKings Sportsbooks, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbooks app and use code Nateland. That's code Nateland for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, and Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
And you know who would love this? Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucy's big into football.
She's into it.
She wants, yeah.
What about,
goes.
is that Tyrell Owens that got arrested?
Lucy, by the way, came in on fire. For Lucy going through all she had, she just came in and was just boom. We all got roasted.
Boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted. And she did one fantasy draft, I think, this weekend, right?
Yeah.
And then she just, when Aaron was on stage, she goes, I think we should do more of a fantasy. I was like, just because you did one good one.
Yeah.
She's like, I want to take everybody's money.
Yeah.
But she won week 1, right?
Yeah, against my mom. So I'm saying,
Oh.
wait till week 3 when
Yeah.
the season starts to settle in a bit. She might be less excited about it.
This is my fantasy football league's 30th year.
That's awesome, man.
What?
I know.
You've been doing fantasy football for 30 years?
Was it always on the
I
computer?
didn't even know it was around.
You could
for
almost
that long.
track it down to the internet. It's when the internet was invented.
I had
It was
no idea
before.
it's been around that long.
Yeah, it's before the internet. That's how crazy.
Okay.
That's what people need to realize about the internet. Like, that is crazy. The internet is before the internet.
How did you had to be in person to do the draft, I
Yep.
guess,
Yeah.
everybody. And
Sure.
then do you just keep in touch via fax machine?
These were
or
my
what?
coworkers. So we'd see each other at work.
Okay.
We would look through the newspaper, the box scores to,
And manually total up your scores.
yeah.
I
Oh
always
my
said fantasy
gosh.
football ruined the NFL. I guess it was just something else that did it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the NFL's doing great.
Well, you remember last year when the Super Bowl went to overtime and Dusty was like, golly, the Super Bowl was just so boring. You remember that? Like, it literally was an
boring.
overtime.
It was boring just because it went to overtime. I mean, what if it was 0-0? I mean, that's
It was a
a
boring way to
great
get
game.
there.
I
Yeah.
think that's boring.
Yeah.
Super Bowl is always boring to me. It's overhyped. I like the season, but the Super Bowl itself is always really boring.
Yeah.
Well,
You
there's
like the getting in the weeds of it.
Yeah.
You don't like the payoff.
Yeah. You like week 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Nice week 9. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, no, you don't have like a lot of like real old musicians coming out to do the halftime show, and
I hate the 2-week break. It's like you get so excited and then
Yeah.
they're like, all right, we're going to take a week off. All the players get kind of messed up. They're not
Mhm.
used to that much time off. And they do all the press. It's like, just have it now.
Yeah.
That's what I love about baseball. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. You're in
NBA
it.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No losing of momentum, nothing.
I agree.
yeah, I agree too.
We'll probably look into that. Maybe I'll check it out. I'll be
Yeah.
on, since I'll be on CBS, I'll ask. I think I have an easy way to get into.
I was on
used to work for
CBS
CBS.
too. I did 2 episodes of Hollywood Squares recently. That'll be coming out in January. So I'm on CBS too.
Oh
at
wow,
that.
this is a lot of CBS.
Look at
Yeah.
Nateland taking
And
over
I was
the
on.
networks.
Yeah.
I was on the what was the Taylor Tomlinson show after midnight,
Yeah.
at midnight or after midnight.
That's
now.
CBS
Yeah.
as well.
CBS,
right?
yeah, we're taking over CBS.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
CBS is invested.
yeah.
All right, let's start with some of you guys' comments. Christy Crawford. I feel like Nick is a perfect cross of Dusty and Aaron. It's not bad.
How do you feel about that, Nick?
I don't
It
know.
would be brains and then the look, probably.
So who's?
Yeah.
Wait. So he doesn't look like Aaron, no?
So the brains are him?
He's Notre Dame. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you gotta kind of
Yeah.
Dusty.
That's
look.
why I never wear a hat on here last time because I was like,
I didn't
don't
wear a
want
hat
people to think
today.
I look
I
like-
think I'm more of a cross of Nick and Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You know what? That
Yes.
does make sense.
That
You know
makes
what I
more.
mean?
Yeah, that's
Christy,
true.
you're dumb.
Come
Yeah.
on, Christy.
Yeah. Well, talk to us when you have your sister Cindy there.
Exactly.
It's probably a pretty common name. I'm joking. I just wanted to be.
Or your brother
Yeah.
Lavelle, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Lauren Emsweiler Watson. Lauren Emsweiler Watson. She put her social security number down there as well.
2.
Yeah. Manners tip from spending. I don't even know how I'm getting this. Manners tip from spending a lifetime in a family in politics. Never say nice to meet you. Always say nice to see you.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. I figured that out on my own in L.A.
Oh,
Well, not figured out. I forget to do it, but I kept seeing because I kept going nice to meet you, and I kept having people come up and they go, hey, good to see you, and they would always say like something like that, and I was like, I've never met this person, and I was like, oh, I bet they're doing it. I was like, that's a smart way to. I even will catch myself go, nice to meet you, and they go, nice to see you, and I'm like, oh man,
because you're waiting for them to say again. Nice to see you
Yeah.
again. But
Yeah.
if you just cut it off, nice to see you, it's like, yeah, you saw me.
yeah,
Right. Even
must
if
have
it's
been
the
nice.
first time.
yeah, first
Right.
time,
Still
Either way,
great
you're
to
covered.
see you.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
It
like to
is-
say
it
great.
is
I like
great.
to go great.
yeah,
Great to see you.
yeah. That that is a good move.
Shake the hand, get close eye contact.
Yeah,
Great to
that's
see
what I
you.
say to y'all every time before we start a podcast.
Yeah.
I go, nice to see you.
You don't even say that.
I go, what was his name again?
You're like,
What's
oh,
the
you're still
old
here.
one's name?
Oh man, that feels like there should be a comma here. But I don't know punctuation really. But manners tip should. I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels like that
Manners
should be
tip.
something, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Well, it might have
No.
been cut off. Was it? So yeah, manners tip from. Yeah, I would think there
It
needs
should
to
be
should be
here's a
something.
manners tip
Yeah,
for
okay.
spending a
Okay.
lifetime.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be. I knew there should be something.
Mhm.
I mean, I didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Even in a here's, there's kind of a comma up in the air.
She used all.
yeah.
She used all three names. Is her lifetime in politics an assassin?
Yeah. Maybe she ran out of character since she added her middle name. She couldn't put here's.
Emsweiler has a lot of stuff in it. Carson Meyer, Aaron. When you go to breakfast at a hotel, don't wear pajamas and slippers. Have some pride and self-respect in how you look in public. Let me tell you something. It really bugs me when I see.
Okay, you added that.
It really bugs me when I see anyone out in public dressed like they don't have self-respect.
Jeez.
Aaron, what do you want to say from a guy that's dressed like that on television right now?
Nate's getting to be such a good reader. He's just throwing
I know.
in stuff and not even stopping.
I got into that one.
I mean, because you agreed with the sentiment of it.
I
for
disagree
sure.
with that person. You should be able to wear your bathrobe down there. It's a hotel. It's
No, that's
Oh.
Nick
You are
wears
living there.
Nick,
Interesting.
Nick wears a bathrobe on stage. Nick is not a good. He's
if it's at a hotel, then yes.
But Nick's a guy, if he wears a bathrobe out, you're like, oh, he's supposed to be doing that. You
He
just got
looks-
something where you look like you know what you're doing.
no,
Well,
he
my-
looks homeless.
My dad got to the hotel at midnight the other night, and I went down in my bare feet to meet him in the lobby.
That's Nick 101. I mean, I like. Yeah.
But there's a pool down there too. So you're telling me that I can't go barefoot down to the pool?
You're grounded.
You-
I like it.
Flip flops.
Yeah.
you just do you. That's what you always do. So you
Yeah.
walk out and you're going to be barefoot in an elevator with people. You're just throwing
Yeah.
a lot on other people.
Mhm.
that if someone's like, I didn't really want to see another dude's foot today, and you're like, well, you're going to see, then don't be
Should
near
have
me.
stayed at a different hotel.
Should have stayed at a different hotel.
Yeah.
He should know that you're there. And that's, yeah. You made your dad share rooms with you this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was nice. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all had fun.
Yeah. He got that sleep app machine.
Yeah.
Pretty quiet though. They really, the technology on those have gotten a lot better.
Yeah, we've
they got it
come a long
figured
way.
out, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kathy Colcord. Continental breakfast is not cooked. It's like cereal, maybe. Danish, fruit. The other is called a hot breakfast. I'm a fan of the hot breakfast. Thank you, Kathy. I think that's what I said. I agree with Kathy. Continental breakfast is not cooked. No?
No, I just love this comment. I love that Kathy was like, you know what? I got something to say about that.
Well, I think I said it. I agree with Kathy.
I could see them having one of those pancake machines at a continental breakfast though.
I had my whole career's based off of him and a pancake machine. Waffle.
Waffle.
Danish seems fancy for a continental breakfast. I mean, it's like
I think they have Danish because I think they got a.
They
it's like they got. If they didn't have, if one person dresses up, they're like, throw some Danish out there.
It's like
Now, if everybody walks down like Aaron and Nick, they're going to be like, don't waste the Danish this morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got a bunch of yoo-hoos walking around down. It looks like, people in there serving them food.
I think I told this. Did I tell the story about when I slept walk at a hotel last time I was on this?
No.
I woke up. I was in Arizona doing a show with Rory, and we were on a level of the hotel where you needed a key to get just into the level of the hotel in Anchorage. And I woke up on the outside exit stairwell, just locked off my floor.
Oh yeah.
In my underwear at 7 a.m. peeing off the and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't get back in my floor. So I just had to go all the way down 14 flights of stairs. And I get to the bottom and there's a door. I'm just in my whitey tighties and there's a door. And I go, I don't know where this is going, but here we go. And I open it up into the continental breakfast. Wow. It was just all these older people. Like, hey, went up to the front desk. They're like, do you have an ID? It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
I wonder what Carson Meyer felt about that. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm gonna get a couple of things. I'm gonna get some Danishes on my way back up.
Again, you could pull it off.
You could pull it off. You'd be the only person to go do that. That would look like you're the confident one in the room.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
You were
swim
comfortable
trunks.
with
I
it.
just casually walked through.
Yeah.
But I
Did
also
people say stuff where people?
No, they were scared probably.
Yeah.
did they let you in the room?
The guy went up to me, back up to the room with me,
Oh, okay.
Wow.
and then I had to go in and get my ID.
Because I was gonna say that's a good way to get into a room. Just
I should have gone in and shut the door and been like, "Gotcha!"
Yeah. And then just start a chainsaw. And he goes, oh no.
Like, where did you get the chainsaw? He already had it in that
I
room.
guess he already had it in the room.
Do you sleepwalk often? Did you know that was even on the table?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah.
Okay. Man.
NP. That's the thing. It's like, because, when you stay in hotels so often, bathrooms are in different places than, and if you're getting up to go to the bathroom, I've used a few closets in the past. Yeah.
Drinking
Seems
though.
like a Europe.
That's back drinking.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay.
I've peed in some closets drinking.
yeah.
For sure.
Those are my old days.
Yeah, yeah.
I peed in a dryer once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Opened up the door, closed it after.
Easy to clean, I guess. You just turn it on.
Just drives.
Drives it right out.
Yeah.
Christopher Walker. Why do I love this podcast? Dusty wants to abandon. I almost said abdomen. Dusty wants to abandon space exploration and instead discover what cool and interesting things are beneath the ocean. However, we discovered possibly the coolest animal of all time in the narwhal, and he immediately dismisses it as a hoax.
That's pretty funny.
Well, it is funny.
good
But
point.
that animal's not even cool. It's like a seal with a weird thing sticking out of its head.
It's more of an inconvenience.
And it's like, we're not going down deep. I want to go down deep. If you found the narwhal, if you were like, we're not going to the moon anymore, we're going to the bottom of the ocean.
We've been all the way down. Though.
Did you
We've
hear
been
about-
in Marianas Trench?
I don't
Yeah.
think
Were you
so.
guys talking
What do you
about
mean?
the people that were stuck in space right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what got us into it. Yeah.
And then you found the narwhal down there. I might buy it. I don't buy the narwhal.
James Cameron went to Marianas Trench in a submarine.
That was Leo. That was a movie.
Yeah. So someone brought me at a show their child's narwhal in reading class. They had to learn about the narwhal and answer some questions here.
That's cool. That's the kind of stuff you get at shows.
For this podcast. Yeah, they thought it would be perfect for Nate to be able to read and understand.
Yeah. Let me
So there's
see.
just a few questions and answers there.
Where do narwhals live?
In,
You know,
In the
Nick?
ocean,
in Alaska.
the Arctic. Arctic
Is it
Circle.
like in a certain level of the ocean?
Oh, it's
No.
in Newfoundland.
Locations.
Oh,
Location.
Newfoundland.
oh, okay. The Atlantic Ocean.
The Arctic waters of Canada, Greenland, Norway, and Russia.
Okay.
That's where
The
narwhals.
Arctic regions of Canada is Newfoundland, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Up high.
What do scientists believe is the purpose of their long tooth?
Hunting. I think they think it's like an antenna.
Oh yeah, you gonna go with that too?
Yeah, I'll go
I can tell you that's wrong, but
According to this,
Tell me before I
According to
answer it. Tell me
Allison,
that's
according
wrong.
to this
That's
middle
wrong.
schooler.
Well, what grade?
Why do
did
they
this
have the
kid?
I
long
think she's
tooth?
third or fourth.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, so they can sleep. They probably use it to like jab it into like the ground, and that way they
like
can.
a flagpole, so they don't blow away.
Yeah.
It's very windy up there.
It's like an anchor.
Yeah, something to do with attracting female narwhals. I like that, Allison. She did write something to do with. That's how I would have answered it.
I know.
Something to do with, why is the narwhal a threatened
But-
species?
I will say though, when I was looking up to see if the narwhal was real, the thing that they were talking about was they're recently discovering that it may have something to do with hunting and not stabbing things, but they can kind of
Sonar.
and kind of swat animals with it and kind of knock them out and then eat them.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so Allison may need to
But
get.
do they eat them with the
info.
same tooth?
It's just
Do you know what a narwhal is?
it's a fake animal.
Yeah.
So it's not real.
I don't
Well,
think so.
No, I mean it is a real animal. It
Yeah.
just looks kind of.
It looks crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's
Uh,
yeah, it ain't real. Look at that thing.
how does
No, I mean those are obviously drawings.
how does echolocation help the narwhal? It allows them to hunt for food more easily because sound waves bounce off their prey. So that thing, I think that is.
Yeah,
That's the thing that you're talking about.
yeah.
All right, Allison. She got 100%
Yep.
Yeah.
star.
So yeah, this is what women throw me on stage.
That's nice.
Narwhal, baby.
It's my son's test.
That's for you.
I appreciate that.
So Kevin Daly. I spit out my water when Aaron asked Nate, "Did you ever use a McFlurry spoon in a Chipotle bowl?"
That's pretty fun.
That was
Yeah.
a good joke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it a
I
joke?
read that and I thought that was funny.
It was a joke.
Okay.
yeah.
You're talking about using a straw from a different fast food place in a McDonald's cup.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got into.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do that when like a place gave you paper straws. I'd be like, and go next door and steal a plastic straw from
Yeah,
somebody.
I have some Starbucks plastic straws that I just kind of keep for that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring my own straw somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared Shaverman. I don't. Abigail
you.
wrote it.
I think that's a you.
Showerman.
I like
Showerman.
Shaverman. Though.
Shaver man. is
Jared
awesome.
Shaverman. Showerman. What would it be? Showerman?
Sharman.
Sharman.
Charmin toilet paper.
Jared Showerman. I teach U.S. history, and one of my favorite fun facts is that John Tyler, the 10th president, who was born in 1790, has a grandson who is still alive today. None of my students who were all born in the 2000s can process this information.
I think we talked about that a little bit on the president's episode.
Yeah.
He was very old when he had his kid, and then his kid was very old when he had this guy, and then this guy's like 95.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did he ever meet him? I guess he never would have even met him, right?
No, he died like
Kids grew up without grandfathers.
1862.
So does this guy not have kids? I guess that wouldn't matter, right? We want to keep it as
Yeah.
close to him as
All right.
possible.
Yeah.
You apparently get made
What's-
fun of for asking questions on this podcast.
Yeah.
once he dies, the new trivia will be his great grandson's still alive.
Yeah.
Mm.
Still impressive.
It is.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm more invested in Rachel Robinson now.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Jackie Robinson's wife.
I check on her every day.
I know.
just to
yeah.
see. I Google
Yeah.
just
How's
to see
she
if there's
doing?
anything new. There's nothing out there new, which is what I like. I
That's
just want
good.
her to keep doing
good.
good.
Do good.
Yep.
Sharon Volpe. Sharon Volpe. Volpe. She married into that
Anthony,
name.
yeah.
Thune.
Volpe. I think she married into that name.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't think a Sharon would be born with a Volpe.
Well, what's a good first name for a Volpe?
Eric.
Last name.
Eric Volpe.
Wade.
Wade Volpe.
Yeah.
Wade. Yeah. Sharon Volpe. I have this weird hearing issue called superior canal dehiscence syndrome. What is that? Dehiscence?
I have no idea.
Dehiscence.
Dehiscence.
Yeah.
Superior canal dehiscence syndrome. Man.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We're falling apart.
Yeah,
That's. I think I might have that same hearing.
yeah.
I'm
She
pretty
oh
strong,
wow.
but
I hear myself blink. I mean, that would have been. She's heard all that with you.
So she knows
So
when
sorry,
she loses
Sharon.
a staring
Yeah.
contest. She knows right away.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I hear my heart beating all the time. I hear my blood flowing. Breathing is always just so loud. I just wiggled my toes and I could hear it. The weirdest thing that I have to do is sleep with the television on all night. It helps to block out some of the sounds so that all of my loud body noises, like my fingers moving, can't be heard. Man, that's crazy.
I think that's called anxiety.
No,
You can hear your blood flowing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you're having when you're getting a little anxious, I mean, you can hear a lot of things.
yeah. It's like I wonder if it sounds like a river.
I bet. There are these rooms.
I want to know, can she hear other people's toes move?
I bet if you go to like
no,
the
I think
mall or
it's
something.
inside.
Like in hotel lobbies?
No,
or-
I bet she just hears her own. Because I think it's you're hearing inward. Yeah, those rooms that are the quietest rooms in the world.
you can hear your blood flowing
Yeah.
and stuff, and people go crazy in there, right?
Yeah.
So this must be.
That's crazy.
I mean, I guess
yeah.
you're used to it by now, but oh man,
Yeah.
all day.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's
The
a
good news
teacher.
is if you have a clot, you'll probably know pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know?
She'll get a good
She
night's
goes,
sleep for once.
"What's that?"
Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a clot.
Yeah, that's crazy. Callie Gunn.
That's a great last name.
That is a great last name and a good first name to go with it. Kaylee
probably. Yeah.
Kaylee Gunn. My dad had horrific vertigo a few years back.
Yeah.
And the Gunn family, of course. A physical therapist friend from church at a house call. He moved my dad's head into a couple positions to roll the ear crystal back into place. As soon as he was done, my dad's vertigo was completely gone. Ear crystals are the real power crystals.
Yeah. It's the Epley maneuver. That's what you got to do when you got vertigo.
Oh yeah, the Epley maneuver.
Now,
Yeah.
you had bad vertigo recently, right?
Yeah. Well, it was about a year ago now. But yeah, it's the Epley maneuver.
Can you
Did they
show
do
us?
this?
Can you
to
do it on Aaron?
Did they roll your head around? I don't have vertigo.
Well, what you got to do is you
I
sit.
do when I stand up, but
You I don't know exactly. You would look it up, but you sit on the bed and or and you want to hold your head like a certain way. I think you'd go this way and then you go back and you want your head to hang off a little bit. So you drop it back and then it stays that way and you hold it that way for a while. You have to have somebody else do it. And then you roll and then you spin the head to the other side. Something like that. It would look it up.
does it feel good?
Hannah's done it for me a couple of times. I mean, when you do it, and you don't know which ear is making you dizzy, right?
Winch?
So, winch, yeah. So
You don't know winch.
I think
So
you got a little bit of it now.
so you have to. If you do it the wrong ear, it can make you dizzier, make you throw up.
Oh.
But when you do it the right way, it's like you're like, oh gosh, thank
Did that
goodness.
happen to you?
Yeah.
She turned you the wrong way.
Well, I was so bad.
Go back, go back.
I was so bad. Yeah, I mean, I every time she would do it, I would throw up, and no matter what side. I mean, it was like you're
crazy.
just so dizzy, and you cannot stop being dizzy. It's like you close your eyes and you're still dizzy. Open, you're like it almost like your vision is moving to a side, and then it readjusts, and then it just keeps doing that, and it's the most insane thing. There's nothing you can do.
It's called the Edley maneuver.
Epley.
Epley.
It's on YouTube,
That's a person.
I assume.
Yeah.
Maybe the first person to have vertigo.
Found
And
out about the
boy, when he
crystals.
figured that out, I mean, that probably was the great day. Adam Diaz, big time correction needed here. Light travels in a vacuum at 186,000 miles per second, not per hour. A Dyson vacuum.
Yeah, we weren't talking about a vacuum.
Uh,
I mean, we're talking about light outside.
yeah.
I don't care how fast it goes in
Yeah.
a vacuum.
I don't think it makes
Is a
sense.
vacuum on?
Well, yeah, the vacuum's on. It goes faster.
Yeah.
So,
That's how fast the dirt goes up.
yeah. That is 7.5 times around the earth in 1 second. When lightning strikes, we basically see it immediately and have to wait for the sound waves to travel.
I did misspeak. I meant to say per second. I said per hour. Big time correction to you.
Per hour's still pretty fast, though.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about it. But per second's insane.
It's the closest
Well,
thing we think we
also
got to
probably
getting something
way
right.
more faster.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Is that why the thunder hits later and you count it out like how far
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
it is.
Because sound's so slow compared to the
If
light.
you get a vacuum on, it's hard to hear.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. You don't even know if the thunder ever comes. You're like, wow, that was far away.
Yeah, usually when I turn the vacuum on, it takes maybe 20 seconds to hear it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can see it start working before
Oh,
you
yeah.
hear it.
Yeah.
Vacuums are quick.
You're that tall.
Yeah.
To get up there. William Galino. Why does A.A. Ron hate California? Has he ever lived here? He has fans on this side of the country, but yet he makes so many negative comments about California in almost every pod. California.
That's what I always
California.
say. Anti-California Aaron. That's what I call him.
Yeah, out of everybody on this podcast, I'm definitely the most anti-California. I don't know what he's talking about. Have I made negative comments, Brian?
I mean, we've had that.
Is it because you've never made it there?
Got turned away.
I like California fine. I don't know. I think it's just an easy joke to make. It's like what the rest of the country does with Florida.
Yeah,
you just say California.
That comment was a while ago. I put it in today because that's our topic. But I think there was 2 or 3 weeks there where, just something fun
It's
about
California and Michigan State.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mention them to me on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, won't you mention Rocket Money?
Well, did you find any subscriptions that you forgot about or that you paid twice and didn't realize, Brian? Can you name every single subscription that you have? I know I can't name all of mine, and I'm not alone. I just learned that over 74% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. With Rocket Money, I don't have to remember every subscription or worry about forgetting any because I can see them all laid out right in front of me. Rocket Money, as you all know, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings.
I've been trying to get rid of Highlights magazine. Did they get rid of that?
They'll trap you in for a lifetime, dude. Yeah. Did you find all the objects yet, though?
Yeah.
They're pretty fun. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's features. I like looking at the dashboard. It'll show you all your spending habits for the month and help you create a budget to get your spending on track. Stop wasting money on things you do not use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Nate. That's rocketmoney.com/Nate. One more time, rocketmoney.com/Nate.
All right. This week,
California.
yeah, we got into the stuff pretty regular. This was pretty comfortable.
Yeah, and I don't have much, so this could be a short one.
I love California, though. I can talk a lot about it. I
Oh,
like to
yeah.
go there.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Old ride,
Let me ask you this.
ride the fence.
I've lived there
Dusty.
20 years.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
You just got back from
This guy
there.
loves
Yeah.
to ride the fence.
Most states that we've talked about. Yeah, take a stand on something, Dusty.
I know. I like Alabama and Auburn.
There's some
Everybody's
stuff-
great,
Listen,
dude.
there's some stuff I don't like. but
God forbid I alienate a single human being on this earth. Dude.
What if he's got
a
he's
politician.
got so much other stuff that he's against that he's like, I need to give him something.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to give,
I got to compromise on something?
gotta-
Well,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful state.
Oh,
It is.
jeez.
It-
I mean,
it's,
Yeah,
everything.
It is. It's awesome.
LA is a little much for me,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
when I go to LA, once I get into like a studio or something, it's always fun. It's always a
Yeah.
lot of fun. The food's good.
What's
I hate the
studio?
traffic. Just like if you're doing TV or whatever
Oh.
you're doing, once you get in there, you're like, oh, this is great.
The problem is everyone that comes there, I believe, goes to the wrong area. Like you go to a place that I don't think is convenient to live and doesn't have the best food. Like, because where do you stay when you go?
Well, I usually try to stay near the airport, so in the morning I can leave. But
So Compton?
when I stayed there for the Netflix festival, I stayed in Hermosa Beach, and I loved it. I had a great time.
That's a good experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be in LA though, the East Side is the most beautiful. That's like where it was like old Hollywood back in the day, where like the old Disney studios were, and Silver Lake and Echo Park and Pasadena.
Oh, I stayed in Silver Lake before.
Yeah.
Been out there a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're 20 minutes away from snow, or 40 minutes away from snow, I guess,
Wow.
in the winter.
60. I thought we were bidding.
All right, we'll do 60.
DraftKings.
Most states, from our research, named either it's a Native American word or named after a king
Mhm.
or something like that. California, anybody know I got its name?
Gold. I don't know the connection, but I'm
This guy's surfing.
From that TV show with David Duchovny.
Yeah.
Yep. It was from a book.
Hmm.
A book from 1510, a mythical island of California, and Queen Califia lived there, and
Okay.
one of the Spanish explorers that were one of the first people there named it California.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's
that's interesting.
There was a city named Nevada that's in California,
Mhm.
and then when they made the line between Nevada and California, they had to name their city Nevada City.
Mm.
And since they were like angry about it, so they drew up their county line in the shape of John Dillinger's revolver, which is touching the point of it's touching Nevada.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Is it like?
What's the county?
You
name?
can see it, Nevada City.
Yeah. I was like, are we about to prove that it's not true?
I mean, let's see the county line there.
Type in
the Madison County.
Nevada City revolver county line or something.
Well, I mean, I guess if you
There we go.
type it
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, geez.
We don't know
Yeah.
if this is true.
Yeah, yeah. Give me a minute.
Or if
Yeah.
you just go to images there.
There you go. That's very real.
Oh,
You even got
wow.
the fingers on it.
Yeah.
But that's what the shape of the county looks like.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see it over there, the old map. Yeah.
Yeah, this old map.
There you
right
go.
here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
a little passive aggressive.
It's a beautiful area.
Yeah. Who told you that?
I've been there a couple times.
Snake?
I have a
And you
friend
drove
that lives
around the
there.
county?
No, but they all know it.
You have a friend that
Lives in Nevada City, but they
Yeah.
have a hotel there that is the oldest hotel that's been running since west of the Mississippi.
Mm.
So it's like one of those like old hotel. I think it's called the National Hotel. And it's got a lot of history, but it's really like a weird, it's like kind of a hippie city, kind of not, there are a lot of gold mining. It's on the river. It's beautiful.
they still gold mine today.
Oh yeah.
It's the most.
My son's class went gold mining.
Really?
Like they went looking for gold in a river.
They
as
get
a,
anything?
as like a field trip. Yeah, they got like little specks.
You're like, keep doing this.
Yeah, you do
That's
field
like a
trips every
teacher
day.
just
Yeah.
need to kill some time to substitute. Let's go out in that river and look for some gold. It's the most populated state in the country, 40 million people.
Mm.
The population has been declining, but 2020, 2022, the population went down. 2023 started going back up.
I wonder, is that cost of living?
Yeah. It's like, I think crazy
Yeah.
expensive out there.
Oh, it's yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dusty, do you know the capital of California?
I have no idea.
Sacramento. No. Yeah, something like that. Is it Sacramento?
It is.
Okay, yeah.
Good job.
What?
It's the most
No, I-
patronizing.
Yeah.
Good work, Nate.
No, I was impressed.
You really did a good job.
It's not one of the
I'm surprised by it.
of all the major cities in California. That wouldn't be your first choice.
I never think of the capital of California.
Sacramento's awesome. Sacramento's a town that I tell when people go, what's a city you like?
Mhm.
That they wouldn't, that people don't think. And I'd say Sacramento.
Well, how often is the capital the first city you think of in a state? Not that often. When
I
you
guess
really
not.
get down to it.
No, like
I guess,
Washington. Do you know it's not Seattle?
Olympia?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
it's
that's
all,
weird.
it's
Why would
all
they
just-
do that?
It's the ones that were centrally located. Most of them are in the center of the state.
Yeah, like New York. I bet if you're the governor of New York, because you got to go live in Albany,
Yeah.
and I bet it's frustrating because you're just like you're like, Well, I got to go up there, and you're like just out of the loop.
Yeah.
You know, I bet you would be like, just let me go. Let me go be
Let
down
me go
there.
where the action is. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
Come
I
on.
bet they're
Yeah.
hanging in the city though quite a bit.
I bet they do
Kathy
too.
Hochul, she's down there kicking it.
Yeah, yeah.
Who?
Kathy Hochul, that's the governor of New York, right?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was that bald guy with the he dyes his hair and it. Rudy Giuliani.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's the last time you checked. Yeah.
But like California is so big, San Diego to San Francisco, how long drive would that be?
That's San Diego to San Francisco. That would be 7 to 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's like from here to
It's
Canada.
about 5 hours from LA, and it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get down to San Diego. So
San Diego's really great. I was just there. I've been there a few times. I love San
Did
Diego.
you see Dustin?
No, his wife came to my show though.
Mm.
Melissa came. He was somewhere else, but I love it there.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Well, the weather isn't it the best weather?
That's what they say. The weather, it was great the whole
Yeah.
time. They said it was a heat
Go.
wave, but I was like, this feels great.
Speaking of that, Dustin told me his house, they don't have air conditioning or heating.
Oh,
That's
and
how perfect
Dustin's
the
house-
weather is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Wow.
And I was like, do you ever have to do any? He goes, once a year, maybe you wear a sweatshirt in the house
Yeah,
because it's a
and
little
it goes
chilly.
the cold way. That's
Yeah,
what's funny.
exactly.
It doesn't go the hot way.
It goes the nice way that you can
Yeah.
easily fix.
Yeah.
clothing wise is frustrating because you're ready to start wearing jackets, and it's like you can't
Yeah.
wear jackets until
Mhm.
December, January.
Yeah.
You know.
You better get comfortable with your body in a t-shirt. out
But
there.
in LA, you can wear a jacket all the time because if you're near the ocean on that side of it,
Yeah, over there.
there's a breeze. I mean,
The temperature difference
Yeah.
from the ocean to where I live is pretty crazy for just being 6-7 miles.
yeah.
San Diego does have the wildest homeless people, though. They are like, I got yelled at a couple of times.
You talking
Yeah.
about the Padre fans?
You had a couple stories. I mean, a couple of the stories from your act.
yeah.
That was from San Diego.
But
right?
even walking from my hotel to the theater, which was like 4 blocks,
Mhm.
was like, I walked by. It feels safer in San Diego at night than it did in the daytime. But it was like people were yelling at me.
Yeah, downtown is not,
Yeah.
the gas lamp district, I think is what they
Yeah.
call that area down there.
But at night, it was great. I found a lot of hookah bars in San Diego. I had a cigar outdoors, hung out. It's great.
I was just there on Thursday. When were you there?
Saturday.
Mm, look at you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Passed in the night.
2/3 of the nation's earthquakes are in California.
Wow.
Yeah, there was just one the other day that was so crazy, but it was just it wasn't a huge on the Richter scale. Andy Richter, they check in with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go, right. But it was so close to my house, and it was like shook. It really shook.
Yeah.
Felt crazy.
Yeah. Earthquakes feel very helpless.
Yeah, what can you?
If you want to be humbled,
Yeah.
an earthquake is where you need to go.
I started
experience.
second guessing myself. I got up and I was like, okay, go under a door.
Yeah.
What do I do? So I just ended
I
up
don't know how you
going
go under a
close to
door.
a window and hoping.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you did the opposite of where you're. I think get on the roof.
An
Higher
earthquake
ground?
sounds like
Because am I
vertigo.
crazy or higher ground is where to go.
That sounds like vertigo.
Yeah. Earthquake every day
Yeah.
in your body, in your head.
Yeah.
Now, do you think California's going to fall in the ocean?
Hope.
It's
I'm
just-
joking.
yeah.
No, yeah.
They say L.A. is gonna crack off, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
There's a certain amount of land we're losing every year, right? It's kind of going up. That's having a house on the ocean has got to be pretty disconcerting. Like, is
I
that the
think
right
it'd be
word to
right.
use there?
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. 'Cause
I think you could just say concerning, though.
Yeah.
It's got to be concerning to have a.
Mhm.
I think it's disconcerting, not disconcerting, right?
Well, I think either one.
Yeah, if
works,
you're not
though.
concerned, you're disconcerted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
causing one to feel unsettled, disconcerting.
Disconcerting.
I
What would you say
nailed
about
that.
concerning, though? What
It would
the-
be concerning as
Yeah.
a synonym.
See, this is what reading does. My girlfriend told me that I've been using a lot of better words
Yeah.
from how much I read.
Oh, yeah. He reads.
Yeah,
He
on the
just
tour
reads,
bus.
doesn't watch TV.
A guy that listens to this podcast commented that he loses brain cells every time I talk.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. You lose the weak ones, and then you're left with the stronger ones. So you're welcome.
I think he's talking about Dusty.
No,
I think that was a compliment on us.
Oh yeah,
So I took it.
Yeah, he is talking about me.
Yeah, yeah. I
specifically.
agree with the guy.
Either way, I find it a little.
Disconcerting.
so the USGS, Geographical
Who would that? What about the sentence there? He had a disconcerting habit of offering jobs to people he met at dinner parties.
What a bad habit.
Yeah. He goes, who does this guy think he is? It just every dinner party, he goes, everybody just stops him. Everybody gets quiet. You just hear him go, you know where you should work is with me. And they're like, go, good, Billy, Ted, Comet. And then they got to go over there, quit offering these jobs to everybody.
Yeah, it makes everybody uncomfortable.
No one likes it.
Don't invite him, dude. He'll just
Yeah.
offer you a job nonstop.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring out the second course. And who is anyone here looking for work?
That's an AI sentence, I bet.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that I bet that isn't it. Yeah, so AI doesn't know. That's what AI is like. That's crazy. All right.
The USGS says that the tectonic plates are shifting. That in 15 million years, LA and San Francisco will be side by side.
Wow.
Wow.
Better
15
get ready.
million
Go,
years.
15
hey,
million, huh?
better go ahead and get ready for it. I'll tell you right now.
That'll help comics out to have
Yeah.
a lot of clubs close by.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the place to go as a comic. Will be more, they'll go there.
I love that scientists are like, we don't have any problems right now. What's happening in 15 million years, though?
Yeah. Let's go
Well,
back.
Yeah.
I don't think they're saying the first thing at all. But I think you can do two things at once, right?
You've
Well,
made that
they're not
argument.
fixing the problems, though.
Well,
You made an argument when Tennessee signed a law about chemtrails. And you're like, come on, guys, we can do two things at once. So it's the same argument.
yeah,
I
that's all I'm saying.
don't think it is, but I'm just saying.
But it is a point. I get what he's saying is like, what does that information do for us? It doesn't do anything for that. If you're only looking at, it makes me think, well, why are you even looking at that? Who cares if it's going to be in 15 million years?
And what are you going to do about it?
Tell me, let's look at 1 million years. Tell
I
me
wonder
1
if
million.
that
Let's
guy-
see, like, let me,
Well, I think
Because I
by
was-
looking at 50 million years ahead, you are looking at the near future too.
then so just tell us what in 100 years. Because I don't think the number's big enough.
I think John Tyler's grandson will still be alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I also don't think they're saying that this is like something we need to stop. They're saying this is the inevitable reality of the way the earth works. It's just like, this is what it's going to look like.
But I feel like it's I think what does it's that feeling of like, well, what does that do? Like there's a lot of talk, or it feels like there's a lot of talk and like stuff gets brought up very far in the future. And you go, okay, but right now we have these problems. So like let's solve these problems. Like, and they go, well, and it's this and that. And we got to prepare. It's like, well, let's talk about right now.
It's too bad we won't be around to call them out. It'd be nice if you're like, no, I bought a house in LA thinking that in 15 million years I'd be right next to San Francisco. This was an investment I made,
Yes.
and you messed me up.
Yeah.
Get frozen, cryologically frozen. Then
Come back.
Come
Yeah.
back. Ready for my property.
Just
Yeah.
the first thing, everybody's in space suits and everything, but you just go, I'd like to talk
I started
about
getting
the,
Los Angeles Golden State Bridge shirts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start selling them.
Yeah.
Get merch now. It's probably
Yeah.
cheaper now to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the domain. Buy the domain.
Yeah.
Do you know the state animal of California?
Bear.
It's on the state
The
flag.
golden
Yeah.
bear, right?
Yeah. It's a grizzly bear, but
Yeah.
they used to be the bear state.
All
They haven't had a bear there.
There's a bear
since-
problem.
Well, not grizzly bear.
Not
They haven't had
grizzly
one
bear.
since the 1920s.
There's a black bear problem that's happening.
Well, that's between you and
Yeah.
Easy.
grizzly bears haven't been seen since the 1920s.
Grizzly bears? Yeah, which is crazy.
And that's your state animal.
Yeah. But yeah,
Is that embarrassing? You got a little
coyotes-
egg on your face.
coyotes and bears are dangerous. They're becoming more dangerous.
I saw
in
a
the state.
coyote in Silver Lake one time.
Oh, they're all,
Freaked me
see
out.
them almost every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to shoot them in California?
That's the thing is that you're allowed to trap them and kill them just like a rat. It's the same.
Oh, okay.
It's
They have the
it's
same legal
pretty
rights as rats.
crazy. Yeah.
Is that what you'll do with all the shootings you already have going on? You're like, you just were like, hey guys, if you're going to be shooting, you might as well
Yeah, shoot the
do us
coyotes.
a favor. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy. I mean, there's a dad that it attacked his daughter and he shot it.
Man.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But that used to never happen.
He should have been a little quicker with the
Why,
gun, though.
yeah. Why are they?
Why is it getting worse?
Yeah.
Because people are feeding them,
Mhm.
and then
Wildfires.
and then also like animal rights people are like saying like they're safe. This is safe. We shouldn't be doing anything, And there's even talk about like how there's this bear that people are concerned about. That's like people are finding in their house, like the bear's getting inside their house. But all of the neighbors and all in this whole area have a text chain where they don't tell the authorities about the bear because they don't want them to do something and kill the bear.
Yeah.
So they're keeping it all in house. Like, hey, I saw the bear today. Just watch out. You know, it's weird.
Well, that's crazy. Is it, Brian, you said wildfires? Are they getting displaced kind of?
I was just guessing.
Oh, okay.
The wildfire thing is, I mean, I've been affected by that before.
You have?
Yeah, I was staying in a rehabilitation center
Mhm.
that burned down while I was in it.
Was that a sign to go back?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I started drinking right after.
Yeah.
I got woken. I woke up.
Your tidy whities.
There was smoke. It was in Malibu. There was smoke the night before, and I go in the kitchen and I'm like making a water, and everyone's kind of frantic, but I'm like, huh. And I say, hey, is the fire going to affect us? They go, we're leaving right now. Like they were already, and I was the furthest room away,
Yeah.
so they didn't even wake. Every morning they woke me up. They didn't wake me up in the morning. Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was on the last van out of there with the nurse. It's crazy. And then it like within 2 hours, house gone.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you get all your stuff out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pretty much just
what
had one
what'd
pair
y'all
of
do
clothes.
then? Yeah.
They got an Airbnb
Okay.
up in Oxnard. And then we
Yeah.
went to some other place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny because we got to the Airbnb and I got there first.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I know there's going to be vodka in the freezer.
Yeah.
And I go in the garage and there was just a full bottle of Tito's in the freezer. And I was like, why? Why would they do this to me?
Yeah.
I gave it to the nurse.
Yeah.
She poured us 2 drinks.
Yeah. She goes, look, I think we all need to drink after that.
California has the highest elevation and the lowest elevation in the lower 48 states.
Death Valley is the lowest, right?
Yep.
What's the highest?
Mount Whitney.
Mount Whitney.
So wait, Death Valley is lower than sea level?
Yeah,
Yeah.
way lower. That's why it's so hot.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so hot?
Yeah.
It's the hottest place on earth.
Hottest place on earth.
Why isn't
Is it Earth or
Real
just
close
the
to
country?
hell.
So
I
does
think it's Earth.
Yeah, the closer you are to
air
hell.
just gets hotter the further it travels?
I guess so, dude.
In
I
a
guess
vacuum.
so. It's a vacuum.
Yeah.
You're closer to a vacuum.
California has 9 national parks, more than any other state.
Wow.
Yosemite's the most visited. Joshua Tree, Nick's probably visited.
Didn't they just have Burning Man? Have you been to Joshua Tree?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. He's
Sorry
got,
for assuming,
he's
but
got a bungalow out
I
there.
read somewhere they were gonna like get rid of a lot of those trees for solar panels.
Their
to
tree,
make-
the Joshua tree is a really weird tree too.
Yeah.
When people see what a Joshua tree is, they're like, that's whole area is named after that? Okay.
Yeah. You think it's one singular tree, but it's a bunch of them.
No, it's just one. A Joshua tree?
Yeah.
It's just like this it's not even a cactus.
But I thought it was just one tree.
Like only one.
oh, you thought there was just one tree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joshua tree.
Yeah,
But
the
it's
Joshua
a type
tree.
of tree.
Yeah.
You just thought there was, and they all have different names.
Okay, it must be a
That's
big
an Eric tree.
Yeah,
That's a
dude.
Jason
Mhm.
tree.
I think I thought it might have been thought of as like one. Like you go and you go, that's the Joshua tree.
That's
like
it.
there's
Yeah.
if is there one in particular that you go that's the most memorable?
Yeah.
No, they're all, there's nothing memorable about a Joshua tree.
Why
Yeah,
are
they're
people
like
so
cacti.
into it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
thought they
they're-
would have been like a move, like a
No, it's like, it looks like a little J, like a T or like a,
Mhm.
they're
Why are they so in? Why are people so into it?
They're not really into the trees, but the thing is that the national park it's beautiful because it's so expansive, but it has these huge rock piles that are just like boulders that go so high that you can, and you go there and you just drive in and you find a big rock pile, you pull over and you just climb it. And like my son, it was the best thing in the world. He loved it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fun. You get up to the top but other than that, I don't know why people go there. I guess I'm like, on drugs.
Yeah. That's a big,
when you all were climbing, do you see anybody else out there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 have you been to Burning Man?
No, never. Would never go to that.
Really?
It's not my thing.
Oh.
I mean, it just doesn't seem fun at all to me.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I understand. I thought I read somewhere that there was like maybe I saw a video or something. Someone was saying like they flew out of there. Like to get out of there after you get in is like
Well,
traffic
last year
is
that
crazy.
was like
yeah, there
Chris
was
Rock
mud.
and what's his name, Diplo,
Mm-hmm.
had to like get taken out. I mean, the thing is, it's got really popular. And you know why they call it Burning Man is they build this huge structure, like out of 2x4s or whatever, like this huge man, and then they burn it, and they just all stand around it, and who knows, they don't wear deodorant and stuff, and they all wear crazy clothes. I mean, it looks fun, but it also just
That's what we were thinking.
there are people that do it, very wealthy people. Like that's the problem that, you know, the people that have been doing it forever now hate like Brad Pitt goes, but has his own compound and they pay for chefs and people. And like, they're staying in basically like a luxury hotel in Burning Man, which is just where people build their own structures.
Yeah. And so people are upset about that because they'd rather be like, you're supposed to be like living off the land kind of.
It's kind of what ruined music festivals too. Like, you know, VIP access to rich people. And it's like, we're at a festival. Like, let's just enjoy it, you know? But now they have like roped off the front area of like of every festival show where there's just like half the amount of people that could fit in that area.
Oh yeah.
Standing there just like, I remember like when we do like Bonnaroo and stuff, there'd be like some guy backstage. I'm like, who's this guy? They're like, oh, he has the extra VIP pass. He gets to like kiss the artists.
Oh yeah.
So like, look at that. That's one of the things being burned there.
That, yeah.
Yeah, it seems dark.
It does.
No, that's
seem
in Nevada,
dark.
right?
It seems like some real negative energy.
No, it's in California, I think.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Didn't something happen at a recent one? Like a really bad thing happened?
No, it got flooded
Oh yeah.
last year.
Ugh.
And then, because it's just.
Moshe Kasher goes every year. He's been going every year for like 15 years or something. He used to work the gate. Because people also work jobs there. The people that go there, they like work a job. They have responsibilities. It's like a working community that they live in.
You bring something to contribute to it, right? Or something like that. Yeah, they do comedy there?
I mean, I think I'm sure they do. I mean, there's like a lot of weird sections of, you know.
And they have like real bands perform there? Like, didn't they?
They've had bands perform there, sure, yeah. They have DJs, obviously. DJs and.
How long is it? Like a weekend or a week?
I think it's like 10 days.
Oh, wow.
Like if you
So it's like you go disconnect and you're just.
Yeah, I think that's
you're
the point.
gone or.
Yeah.
When you get back, you're going to need Factor. Right, Aaron?
Yeah, I guess. Warmer, sunnier days are still happening. Fuel up for those days with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. We're big fans of Factor here. I've been using Factor for years. Dusty likes them. We all like them. Get to your wellness goals before summer with chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor offers fresh, never frozen meals that are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes or longer if you don't want to use a microwave. I love Factor. Nate's been using it too. I've been able to eat restaurant quality meals that feature premium ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, and blackened salmon. There are over 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week. You'll never get bored. Make today the day you kickstart a new healthy routine. Crush your wellness goals this year with dietitian-approved meals and ingredients you can actually trust. Head to factormeals.com/Nate50 and use code Nate50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off for your next month. That's code Nate50 at factormeals.com/Nate50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
And never use the microwave, just in general.
Okay.
The largest trees in the world are in California, in the Redwood
Did they have
Park.
Well, with Burning Man? Didn't they have the thing with the trash is a problem too?
Yeah. People just leave stuff out there. So
Yeah.
people like bring bikes and they just desert their bike.
You would think they would just burn it in the man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then kind of be like,
Yeah.
we're done.
Just burn everything and walk away.
I think there's people that do kind of a cleanup thing. And then in the end, there's just like all these bikes just piled up, you know? I don't know. And then they maybe save them for the next year.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Redwood Forest?
Oh yeah, unbelievable. It's life-changing. It really is. When you see a tree as thick as this room, it's like, whoa, like how is that even? Somebody told me, they're like, you got to hug a tree, you know, like you just have to like, and I got up to one of those huge trees and just like put my arm around it and it felt significant.
Yeah.
Like it felt like, wow, this is big.
Well, when you see something so much bigger than,
Look at this.
you know,
Yeah. I love trees.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
amazing. You should be an arborist.
I should.
Mm-hmm.
I do love trees. Look at that thing. because they're like around for so long, right? And it's like plants are alive in a sense, but it's like,
Problem is you got to cut them open to see how old they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, you see like a big tree in a neighborhood and you think that tree was here long before this neighborhood. And like, what did the area look like around the tree for as long as it's been here?
Well, and they're smart too. Like there's if you have an avocado tree, if you have an avocado tree in your yard, there has to be another avocado tree close to you.
Yeah.
They are connected. And if you cut one down, like somebody was telling me, like their neighbor cut down an avocado tree and then theirs just died.
Wow.
Because
Why?
there's like, I don't know why or how. But
How did it get started then? It must have started with one.
yeah, I'm sure they just fell in love.
Yeah.
Like a lot of trees.
Yeah.
Some of these trees they say are 4,000 years old.
Wow. Then
Yeah. Can you imagine what that tree has seen? Not that the tree has eyes, but what has it seen in all this time? I mean, that's amazing.
my uncle was a lumberjack in Central Oregon, and that's like huge trees there, And I mean, just if you ever go back and watch like pictures or footage of like in the 70s, like lumberjacks, it's crazy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
people are dying out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Well, trees are so heavy that people don't even think of. I mean, I've known, not personally, but, connected that have been killed by trees falling.
and the trees, did they get off free or what?
Yeah. I mean, well, they're already dead.
Personally?
They're like, my friend's uncle, went out his back. He had some work being done around his house and they were cutting down trees. He went out his back door. One of the trees fell, killed the guy.
I have a friend that happened to their dad.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Could this be the same guy?
Is it Minnesota?
No.
Isn't it crazy to think with a tree though, that you just throw that tree in the water, it just floats?
That's
it
what I
down.
was about to say.
Yeah.
As heavy as it is,
when
it's
you
still going to
see-
float.
when
Are you sure
see,
about that? Would the whole tree float?
I think it would.
It does. No, like if you see like they'll transport huge logs, they'll just be towing them behind boats in the water. They're just like
Oh, wow.
stacked. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's unbelievable that you have a thing this big that you're like, well, what could we ever use it for? We can't move it. And it goes, well, here's water.
Yep.
Just floats it. It's crazy,
Push it on down.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people do that where they're like they try and run on the log or whatever.
Yeah.
The most famous tree and the biggest in volume is called General Sherman. It's not quite the tallest, though. There's another one, Hyperion. It's 380 feet tall. They won't tell you where it's at.
Oh,
The tallest one?
Mhm.
probably not there then.
Could you just get a helicopter and be like, there it is?
Oh, that's a biggie.
You could, unless the floor.
You can't
like,
really
They have-
see it in this picture, though.
They have that one you can drive under. I think that's in Oregon though.
I mean, it's obviously big, right? But you can't. I feel like if you were that lady standing right there, I mean, you get the.
Right. They had to go 0.5. to
That
take
lady
this
weighs
picture.
500 pounds.
Yeah.
But there was like a chestnut tree of some sort. It's not a California tree, but we're just on trees. And that was supposedly big in the United States early on, but some fungus from another country made it here and killed all these trees. And these trees were like a big food source for animals, for people. The wood burned really well. And it was like, I don't know. I watched this little tree documentary and it was very sad.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw this tree documentary, Avatar, where they all, I mean, they live in these trees.
Yeah. Well, the second Lord of the Rings, where you have the tree, kind of the tree people. You guys ever seen the movie?
Oh yeah.
They're like the living trees. That's why it's my favorite. 2's my favorite.
That's crazy. That tree, the biggest tree is as big as the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, that's General Sherman right there compared to the side. That's 83.8 meters tall, and then Statue of Liberty is 93 meters tall.
That would be more impressive than the Statue of Liberty
Oh, yeah.
to see that.
Totally.
They should throw it out there.
Uproot it.
What's funny about
Bring
Statue
it
of
out to
Liberty?
New
How
York.
far the roots could go. You just cut, bring it to New York and just let it sit there and grow.
Yeah.
What's funny about the Statue of Liberty is it was just a gift
Mm-hmm.
that somebody gave. It's like I don't understand.
Yeah, we didn't really know where to put it.
Just put it out in the
Yeah.
ocean.
I won't put it here. I guess.
go.
Start
Put it-
charging
yeah.
people.
They go, we want it. but put it more in New Jersey. We don't want to. We don't want to deal with it.
Deadliest earthquake in U.S. history. San Francisco, 1906. 3,000 people killed. 80% of the city destroyed.
I remember that World Series
Yeah,
Yeah.
earthquake was
I remember that.
crazy.
that's probably the first World Series I remember.
Yeah.
Is that
Wait, when was
87?
that?
89?
Yeah, 89, I think.
Yeah.
Was it during the game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right before it started.
And like
but they were showing
the
it like
bridge
on t-
collapsed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was pregame show. And then like Bob Costas and
Mm-hmm.
it starts shaking on the air.
Did they? And then
First-
what did they do? Not play the game that day, or
I think it was delayed for a couple weeks
oh yeah,
because there was.
I say do it. Just go for it.
First major earthquake in the U.S. to be broadcast on live television. That's
But
pretty crazy.
That's crazy. It was the two teams from
we've been
there.
trying
I
to
wonder if
for
it
years.
got residuals.
They've been trying to catch it.
Called
Yeah.
aftershocks.
It was the A's and the Giants. So the two teams that were both affected.
Oh,
They were like,
not
bridge
like-
collapse. You guys will have trouble getting home. Let's cancel the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Just do
aired
the game.
Roseanne.
Yeah, just do the game. Let them try to sort out the bridge. They're like, man, we already bought a ticket. It's like, now we got to go home. Like, let us
Talk
enjoy-
about the worst luck just being right where the bridge goes.
Oh yeah. Well, and then just think, it was the A's in Oakland. Is the World Series?
Yeah, I think it was the Giants and the A's, so they were both right there where it
Yeah.
happened. It's not like you can go back to New York or something and play the game.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like and you're like, well, every game is here.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder was doing the national anthem. You think
On his harmonica.
he could sense it
He just felt it
For
coming.
it,
before it
Is that what
happened?
blind people can do?
he's on his harmonic. Beep, beep, beep. He goes. Boop, 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 boop.
People speculate that Stevie Wonder's not really blind, though. So maybe he doesn't have those senses.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
I BCC him on all my emails.
Jose Canseco was spotted filling up his cart at self-serve gas station. It's funny they
Still
put that
in
in there.
full-
Still in
yeah,
full
uniform.
uniform. Wow.
That's so funny. So the California Gold Rush.
I did a movie. Stevie Wonder his daughter was like had a role in it. I guess I didn't know this, and they had a premiere. And afterwards, Stevie Wonder heard me talking and like walked over to me and was like, "You were great in the movie.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
One of the best movie reviews I've ever had."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Couldn't even see me.
Yeah.
He was with Jermaine Dupri. It was so weird.
All right.
It was pretty wild. Yeah.
Doing a remix.
Mm-hmm.
I
have a
think of
picture with
Jermaine
him.
Dupri with it remixes. He's the Atlanta guy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hot Atlanta.
Was his name? Was he the thong song?
I think that was the Cisco.
Cisco.
Oh,
Cisco
Cisco.
kid.
Cisco.
Something like that. Oh, just Cisco, not the Cisco.
That
kid.
that's such a good song. You can't.
I mean, hey, it was spring break for me. I mean,
When that came out,
Yeah.
that was a big. That came at
Yeah.
the right time. Huh?
yeah.
The California Gold Rush brought approximately 300,000 people to California from the rest of the United States. In 1849, people who came were called 49ers.
There you go.
So again, the statement in this thing says it's funny with Canseco that someone portrayed because his wife was pumping the gas, and someone wrote an article saying he's chauvinistic because he forced his wife to pump the gas, but she was like, "Look, you're in full uniform,
Oh, yeah.
so like that's going to be a whole thing. So I'll get out and pump it." And people are just like, "This maniac, dude! Like he,
Sitting in the car.
Now you would be
She goes-
chauvinistic if you wouldn't let her pump the
yeah,
gas.
yeah,
This guy's a hero for doing that
yeah."
now.
He was doing it back then.
So he
Yeah.
wasn't even at the field yet.
Uh,
I think
No,
he was
he
getting
was
out of
at the
town.
field.
They
Yeah,
were
he's probably-
returning
yeah.
home. You can read all about this in Jose Canseco's book, Juiced. Wild times, rampant roids, smash hits, and how baseball got big.
I mean, those.
I bet it's
I
probably
bet it's got some good stuff
Yeah.
in there. Yeah.
He was
I
the only
love-
one that told the truth.
the
Bash
Bash Brothers,
Brothers,
man.
yeah.
I loved that era. It was so cool.
Mhm.
I love that they replaced Stevie Wonder with the Gatlin brothers to sing the national anthem.
That's funny too because the Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonilla and Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire both. I would have thought that Bobby Bonilla was going to be the best player and that Jose Canseco was going to be the best. Like those to me, those are my favorite players. And then it came out. The
Why
other
would
two.
Stevie Wonder pull out of the? They said they were like, all right, they were on game 3 as well.
Well, it didn't happen until
Right.
a couple weeks later, so
Yeah.
maybe he got an obligation or.
Probably was at my.
Oh yeah.
Probably at a
maybe,
movie.
Yeah, he probably had.
I
something
met
else.
Larry Gatlin, so we
Oh, yeah?
right here we know all these guys.
Oh.
I met Larry Gatlin.
You just heard your voice.
We could get
Yeah.
to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You call
Call him
Larry, you
up.
call Stevie.
Yeah.
Call them up.
You met Larry Gatlin too, didn't you?
I've done the Opry with him.
Yeah.
You go in there and meet those guys though.
I talk to people all the time out
Okay.
there.
You just go in their dressing room?
I
I
bounce
feel
around.
weird just going, hey.
Well, I don't-
I'm the comedian on the show tonight.
Well, I don't do it like
What's
that. but
happening
I
here?
bounce around a little bit.
Yeah.
You go, hey, we got a party in here, huh? I just stay in my room.
Well,
I do
Dusty
too.
looks like everybody pictures that talks on the Grand Ole Opry.
That's true.
They all
Yeah.
just
That's
picture.
true.
They picture Dusty.
Hey, oh, they got a mascot here.
Yeah,
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 I bounce around a bit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are people I've been listening to my whole life. I want to meet them.
yeah.
Now, shout out to Greg Warren, by the way. He made his debut the other
Yeah.
night.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about Nateland a bit at the end. It was pretty nice
Yeah.
during the interview.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. Anyway,
I'm still in this Gold Rush thing.
Yeah, they're called the 49ers.
49ers, app named after the team.
Yeah. Named after
That's
Joe
good.
Montana.
I never knew what that was about.
And the guy who first found the gold proclaimed Eureka. And that's
Which is a great city, Eureka.
Is
in
it?
Arkansas.
Yeah, there's a Yreka and there's a Eureka in Northern California.
Is that true?
Yeah,
All right.
So the gold rush, they
I'm
just went
wondering
out
if-
there and
I wonder if that's maybe where he did it.
Maybe
Might
so.
have been. Might have been.
Yeah, somebody found gold, and then the word got out, and everybody started going to California.
how's that word get out?
Probably take
How
some
long
time.
does that take?
Newspapers.
Yeah.
Somebody
Pigeons.
says to you like, "Hey, they're actually finding money in rivers."
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Did you ever see that movie? You would love this movie with Tom Hanks, with News of the World.
You've got
Yeah.
mail. Oh,
Yeah.
Castaway. You ever heard of the premise of this?
I know what the movie. I don't know if I know the premise. Of it.
Yeah, it's just all these communities, people that can't read.
Yeah.
So he would just go to their town and read them the newspaper,
Yeah.
and that was like his job.
Was
they would
is
just-
it
the
based
whole-
on a real thing.
Yeah, this was a real job back in the day. The whole town would gather around. They just want to hear
Yeah.
what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
So he would come and read to them, and then
I
he'd
love
leave.
that.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then is the movie good?
No.
I was like,
No,
it just
it's
does
all right.
that.
It's
all right.
it's okay. It's okay.
That's
I
a-
want to do that.
That's a good job to fall back on.
Yeah.
To know it's there.
Yeah, but you could just make up news.
Well, you can.
Is that what the movie's
But they would
about?
try to make
Fake
it. They would
news.
make it interesting. They'd he'd really do it up. He'd put on a show for these people.
Yeah. How long could that movie be?
It's longer than you'd like it to.
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
stuff happens. There's a little girl.
How do you
Yeah,
even?
yeah. There's
how do you
a-
even end a movie like that?
Everyone learns how to read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
All
out of a
right.
job.
Yeah. Yeah. He goes AI.
He reads that news that everyone's going to read.
Wait, what is this new article?
He goes. Yeah. He goes.
Beat it, buddy.
98% of people can read. He's talking to one person.
It's like-
Nick, are you familiar with the Bakersfield sound?
I've got rear-ended in Bakersfield once, but I don't know what the Bakersfield sound is now. Is that their soccer
What
team?
was that?
That's like Buck Owens.
Buck Owens, Dwight Yoakam. It's a
Right,
type of
right.
country music.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a real Post Malone type.
Jeez. This guy's sweeping country music. He's taking country music by storm. Not even doing country.
Is it like
And you
Beyonce?
like that?
I can't
God.
stand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything against Post Malone.
Yeah, you do.
But he's not doing country. None of his songs are country, none of the new ones. And then every country singer that I ever loved
Yeah.
is posting pictures with him on social media.
Yeah,
And it
he's
just
probably
makes,
a nice guy.
makes me sadder every day.
He does seem like a real nice
Yeah.
guy.
He does seem nice.
Every country song should sound like it came from the same studio in the same year.
All I'm
And then
saying-
you're not allowed to advance the genre. at
All I'm saying, what is the point of a genre if there's no boundaries?
exactly. Who cares?
Well, but
just
he
let him
has-
make
Well,
it- just let him make a
But
song.
I care though. It's like
but
so
not
if you-
everything has to be that.
right. But if you're gonna call it country, you're
Who's calling it country?
Well, he's making a country.
Well, I mean,
album.
but it's not the first time this has happened. Ray Charles made a country album,
Did
But
he
Ray
really?
Charles sounded very country on the album.
oh,
but he's got
golly.
like my friend Sierra.
Y'all better get over.
Georgia?
It's a country album.
Yeah.
It's very good.
They go just sound the sound.
Ray Charles and Willie Nelson have the Seven Spanish Angels song. Very country.
Okay.
Y'all better Spanish angels.
It's a great song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it.
Dusty, you may need better help.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
I saw Dusty look for his paper.
Yeah. Well, you should be. You need to talk to someone about this.
I am right now.
What is something you'd love to learn? As an adult, do you make time to learn new things as often as you'd like, or was that lost in childhood? Kids are always learning, but as adults, I would like to do this actually now, as I want to learn now. I bought a speed reading book. I haven't started it yet. But I got to slow read the speed reading book. And so, but then I'll get to the bottom of it. But that's the, you want to reconnect your sense of wonder. You wonder why this country music, it's a good thing to wonder. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It is entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Nate to get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/Nate.
Some companies started in California. I feel like every state we have one of these, but McDonald's started in California. McDonald's Brothers in San Bernardino. Have you been there?
Not to the main one. Is it still open?
I figured there was a museum there or something.
Yeah.
What's the documentary, or not documentary, but the movie with
The Founder.
the
with
founder?
Michael Keaton.
Nick Offerman.
So good.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my favorites, Michael Keaton.
Oh, he's the best.
He's so good.
The best.
His role in Batman, the new Batman. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, he's
In The
so
Flash?
There was a new Batman?
The new Flash?
There was what was it? Was it Flash?
Wasn't that where he went back in like the multiverse?
Yes. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
I didn't see it, but
I'll check it out now.
you like multiverses.
No, I don't, but I just like Michael Keaton, though.
This movie's good.
Yeah.
Would you have watched Harry Potter if Michael Keaton was in it?
There was a better chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started as a stand-up,
Yeah.
because he was acting, and he was like, "Why? I can audition twice a week, and this sucks, but I could be going on stage every night and like getting better." And and he did like one Letterman, and then that's it.
I didn't realize he ever did a Letterman.
Yeah. And then he got Night Shift, that movie with Henry Winkler. And then after that, it was just over.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought that DVD. I've not watched it yet.
Night Shift.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Henry Winkler, it's funny. Now you know who Michael Cera's doing. It's like that young Henry Winkler. It's like it's like what Michael Cera does now.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Not that he's
really?
stealing it. I just think it's a similar vibe.
Yeah.
I think Michael Cera is hilarious.
Yeah. Very funny.
Denny's, IHOP, Taco Bell, all started in California.
Denny's, IHOP, Taco Bell.
Oh, Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
The concept of that movie, too, by the way, is wild. That movie can never be made now. It's guys that work at a funeral home that start using the hearse, and they become pimps.
Oh, yeah.
At nighttime, taking care of these prostitutes.
Love that.
So weird.
Have you been to the Golden Gate Bridge?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
It's
Have
pretty.
you?
No.
Have you been to San Francisco?
One day.
Yeah.
What a setup.
I just love, yeah.
Yes, Dusty?
I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Have you been to the Go? It's like so pointed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I was hoping he would say, yeah. And let me tell you, when I almost jumped off, woke up peeing.
Here's the thing is that there's because of the bay there, a lot of fog gets caught in there pretty often. And so you drive over that bridge and sometimes it really does. Like, it's so beautiful and crazy that, but everyone's driving over it for that. It gets a little hectic, I think.
I think I was driving over it. It is nerve wracking. You're just so high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really crazy. I walked to it one time in San Francisco.
You walked over the bridge or to it?
I went to it. It's so big that I thought it was a closer walk than it was. It was like the first time I went, you're like, it's just right there. And then next thing you know, you're like this is, it was not right there. And then I get up it and you can walk across it, but it's so high. I mean, because there's like you can get to a part where there's a tall fence, then there's like a regular area where there's no like high fence. And so I went out to like the first thing that went up.
Those are crazy looking too. Yeah.
I went out to that and then I walked back. I was alone. I actually, you know what? I remember the joke. I actually did a joke on that San Francisco when I did it. Because I was like, if you would have thought someone was going to jump, it looked like I was going to jump. Because I went out, then I walked back because I can't do it. And I'm alone. And then I go, you know what? I'm going to go out just a little bit farther. And I just kept doing that, going back and forth, going out a little bit farther. And then, but I mean, it's so high. It's insane. People, they get there. There's people that won't drive over it because it's too high. Like they're,
Do you ever go to Alcatraz?
I did. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
You took the
I've
ferry
never
over
done
there?
that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I would love to do
Yeah.
that.
It was cool. Yeah.
It was cool to just see it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool to see it. Yeah. It's cool to go to it.
It's wild that things like that. They were like, that's a good idea. Put a jail on that island.
Probably was a good
It
idea.
still seems
it
like
is.
a good idea.
No,
to me.
it's a great idea, but,
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do
but it
another
doesn't.
one.
They don't do it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they got rid of, maybe it was just.
Well, Rikers is still an island, right?
Is it still a jail?
Rikers Island.
Yeah, I think.
So we're still doing jails on
Do
islands.
people really escape from prisons though now? I think they got it pretty
Sometimes.
locked down.
I think they get
Yeah.
out.
People still do. There's this one guy. He got he bought a poster that he put on the
Nate
wall.
hasn't seen Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you might have ruined it.
Yeah.
And he never will see it.
We
It's-
spent 4 years not ruining the ending of that.
Yeah.
But
And there's a chance you just did? Oh,
no.
no,
he
the
didn't.
the cover of the book is like the picture of the poster.
Yeah.
I think it's
And you've read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
I was telling him to read it. I think he would like it because it's only 90 pages. It was Stephen King wrote it in a series of short stories that also the movie Stand By Me was in the same book.
That's
Oh.
right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was
I think it's called
Different seasons.
Rita Hayworth.
It's called
Yeah.
Rita Hayworth in the Shawshank Redemption. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
And it's almost word for word like the movie. It's pretty
No,
great.
no, it's not because it's from the perspective of the Morgan Freeman character.
So is the movie.
But is it voiceover in the movie from
Yeah,
him?
it's Morgan Freeman's
Oh.
voiceover.
Oh.
Yeah. He's a white guy in the book, though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But you still, when you still read it, you still hear Morgan Freeman's
Of course.
voice.
Now you read the story in Morgan Freeman's voice, which is cool. We've got there are a lot of prison breaks this year already. None,
really?
none in the U.S. I see.
Yeah.
In the Congo had a couple. France, Haiti. But hold on, look. The July of last year, a prison in Pennsylvania, a guy escaped.
It's
The dog sniffed him out in the woods.
So
yeah, I
one
think
guy-
I remember that one. It becomes big news.
In this country.
It becomes big news that they get out though.
Well, there was one recently a few years ago where the woman that became
Yeah.
romantically involved and she helped him escape.
Yeah.
I think that's the way you got to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
I think
gotta.
that's the only way you can.
I'm going to be in trouble.
yeah.
Nick, you'll get out pretty
What's
quick.
up?
but-
Yeah. Brian, she goes, you ain't getting out, sweetheart. yeah.
I'll get more
Yeah.
years.
There they go. You think she's just using you, and then tells you go. Once you get in the trunk, she goes, "He's in here," and then Thune shuts the other trunk, and he's getting out. And like she gets him out because they never saw it coming. They never saw it coming. That would be tough to. I mean, who got out in Alcatraz? Then
Clint
someone,
Eastwood.
Nick Cage.
yeah, but someone got out. Someone got out.
There was
Or
somebody
there's
who
one that they
escaped.
think
Yeah.
they never found the body, so they think he got out, but no one because the water was.
There
so
are a
likely-
lot of
Is you just drown in the water outside of there because it's so cold and the water's so rough that it's
There's also a lot of sharks there.
so
in San
it's
Francisco.
it's even if you get off the island, it's not smooth sailing.
No.
Yeah, that was the whole main thing. But who was there? I mean, everybody was there, right? Like, was it
Al
like Al
Capone.
Capone? Yeah. I think I saw Al Capone's cell.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think so. I'm saying that.
Was it like a Motorola?
Yep. Yep. He had it early. I go, whoa.
Aaron, have you seen the movie The Rock?
No,
You never seen the movie The Rock?
no. What is that?
Sean,
The Rock.
Sean Connery?
Sean Connery.
Oh,
Nicolas
Nick
Cage?
Cage?
Wayne Johnson. No, I've never seen it. Is it about Alcatraz?
Ed Harris?
Yeah,
Never seen it.
It's
Never
a
heard of
great
it.
movie.
I've seen Escape from Alcatraz. but I've never seen The Rock.
The Rock is really great. Yeah,
Okay.
Ed Harris too.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm a big Ed Harris fan too. You guys like that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's good.
Yeah.
All right, sports teams. 19 professional sports teams in California, by far the most of any state.
That's crazy. Yeah. And they just keep moving it like
well, that's
the-
major professional, not even minor leagues. 19.
Yeah, so there's probably like 50 or 60
Yeah.
probably.
and they just move them around. Like the San Diego Chargers,
Yeah.
now they're up in LA.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You have season tickets for the Dodgers?
hmm
All right. I just wanted to.
What's crazy this year is I split it with it's four of us, me and three other guys, and each of us end up paying like $1,800.
Yeah.
But this year we've made $1,500 back, each of us, because of the Shohei Ohtani like effect.
Wow.
And they upped the next year's tickets, like because we sell just some of our tickets. Like the other night, they did like a bobblehead, and we were like, yeah, you sell that,
Yeah.
and you make a lot of money.
Wow.
People line up early for those bobbleheads too.
People
It's
stayed
pretty
overnight.
crazy. Yeah, it's
because
insane.
the first, I think, 1,000 people got golden bobbleheads.
Wow.
And it's like, because you can't buy them. I guess you could buy them, but you have to buy them from one of these first 1,000
Exactly.
people.
So they're going to get
They're
there
only
and they
making
can
them
sell
there.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The Rose Bowl is the oldest bowl of any bowl.
Mm.
Is the rose a big California flower? Is that why it's called
Yeah,
the
they're-
Rose Bowl?
I don't know.
It's their state flower, maybe.
It might be.
Is there got to
The
be a
California wild rose. Rose californica.
There's a California king snake that is. It looks like a rattler, but it actually it kills rattlers.
Yeah.
like it
Oh,
doesn't get
well.
affected by the poison, and there's nothing like it doesn't affect humans at all. But it like or the venom, it doesn't whatever.
They've grown up to 78 inches
Yeah, the king
long.
snake in general is always a good snake to have around because it does kill poisonous snakes,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't harm humans.
Yeah.
Why does it want to kill poisonous snakes, I wonder? Like, is it just
It's just really, they're just
More
good.
fun.
They're just
it's a
good
good
dudes.
balance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good dudes.
Good balance.
Yeah. I wonder how they found out. Then they're like, we can handle these guys.
Yeah.
Most people can't.
California is the only state to host a summer and winter Olympics.
Mm.
Wow.
That's interesting.
What years?
Summer '84, I remember it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next one, Summer Olympics, is in LA.
The next one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Where's the
crazy.
winner going to
Oh,
be?
so they've not done it yet.
Now they have. The winter one was like 1960, I think somewhere around Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
Okay. It makes sense. Yeah. Most diverse naturally state, it feels like. There's a little bit of everything there.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, imagine when people discovered California, they had to be like, this is the whole country
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
this comedian.
No bugs, right? Is there really bugs there? Or
Yeah,
There's-
they're bugs. Yeah.
There's not like mosquitoes,
There's not
though.
mosquitoes.
Not
No.
like down here.
No.
This comedian that was
Yeah.
on my show last week, Lucas Hurl is his name. He had a joke where he's like, I bet my favorite, whatever. And like, what do they call the thing you do in the Olympics? Like, not a challenge, but like, whatever.
An event.
Competition.
Yeah, my favorite competition will be watching the city get rid of the homeless people.
They'll do it quick and easily. Yeah.
Are they building new stadiums just for it?
Yeah, there's gonna be. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, there used to be a whole thing how they were gonna build like a huge structure over the LA River.
Mm.
That was like a proposed plan at some point. I don't think they're doing that now, though.
I've never even heard of the LA River.
You've never heard of it?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's like in Terminator 2. Remember, like in that movie where he's driving down that crazy concave
Yeah.
cement? That's the LA River.
Oh, yeah. Greece, too. That's in Greece, too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Greece,
Drive.
The original, but
Mhm.
And yeah,
too.
and sometimes it's the
Also.
LA River and sometimes it's not.
Mm-hmm. What do you
Right?
mean?
They let water go down there sometimes and sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. It's also filthy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
When do they let water go down there?
Where does it go?
No, when do they let?
Oh, well, when it's raining a ton.
Yeah.
There's some parts that always have some water in it.
Okay.
And then there's some parts that are kind of back and forth. But
I mean, it goes like rain. Yeah, you just get no rain.
this last year we had a ton of rain.
Oh, that's good.
It's like it broke a record.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it annoying? It's probably annoying when you don't have to live
I'm
with the
from
rain.
Seattle.
Well, I know, but it's annoying.
Because you think you got a good deal where you're not getting rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Yeah.
It's annoying when I come home from other states because that's the best part about living in California is coming home.
Yeah.
You know, like you really, everywhere you go, you're like, oh, this is a fun experience. Now I'm just going to go back to the most comfortable place in the world,
Yeah.
California.
Well, I went to San Diego for the first time like 2 years ago. Everyone's always told me sunny year round. And I get there in May and it's all overcast. They're like, oh, yeah, May gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Well,
have the
San Francisco, I
June
think,
gloom.
is.
Yeah.
I was San Diego.
You just
San
bring that.
Diego.
Is it overcast a lot of places
That's
you
true.
go, Brian?
Yeah. That's what they
You get to a lot of towns
June
and they
gloom.
go, the
Yeah,
weather,
they do call it June gloom. Every year in June, it's like for the first half of the day, you think, well, it's a jacket day. And then, nope.
They just see Brian's face looking out the window of the plane, and then you just see a cloud behind it.
Because I thought that might come.
It
know-
just goes, and it goes, so plane looks worried.
It's interesting you say that about California. I feel that way about here. When I go away, I love to come back to Tennessee.
Mhm.
I like, no matter where I'm at, I do love to come back here.
Yeah, he's saying, I think the weather, like it's the LA weather. Is,
But I mean, it's like, especially, I don't know, just being in the South. Sometimes you'll be up in northern states. It's real cold or whatever.
Yeah.
You come back here and you're like, oh yeah, warm again.
Yeah.
Warmth.
Yeah. I always feel that with Florida, like when you go, like, our California, it is when it's winter and you go
Yeah.
out to one of those and you're like, man, this is nice.
Yeah.
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 You have a show in like Florida in February and you're like, all right. Like you were just in Detroit.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like,
I remember I did a show in Calgary and it was so cold, like, and I came from LA. The difference was it was like -50. It was insanity.
Mhm.
And have you ever gone outside when it's that cold? It almost feels like you're drowning. Like you can't be outside for very long. I had like trying to run into a bank or something.
I don't know. I would
I
feel
robbed
like
it.
drowning.
It just felt like I couldn't breathe anymore. The air was so cold and so thin, and it was just
That's you. That's weird. I think that's were you dressed like that?
I had a huge down jacket on.
Yeah.
It was a nice jacket.
You got to layer up.
To the
You got to
bank.
layer up. Many layers.
I bet you talked to everybody in that bank, didn't you? Did you?
Hey,
You did. Yeah. Nick will talk. Did you talk to everybody?
yeah.
Yeah, you did. Nick, when you walk into any bank,
That's the
and start
thing.
talking to everybody.
That's the thing is when you're doing. I was playing a festival in that city. So in Canada, the cities pay to have a festival there. Like it's like government
Outside?
funded for like a music festival.
Indoor festival.
Yeah. But everyone in the bank's like, hey, are you going to be in the festival? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We're all going to see it. They all come.
Yeah.
They can just tell when you walk in that you're a part of the
Oh,
festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Your room's right here, sir.
It's
Cold.
Silicon Valley, Sunnyvale, Mountain View, Palo Alto, Menlo Park.
Oh, Sunnyvale. We got some
Rooster Teeth
Rooster
feathers.
Teeth
Yes,
feathers.
Rooster
Yeah.
Tees.
Why did they go out there? Just because it just worked out that way?
I think Stanford's there and a lot of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why because all phones have Cupertino time
Mm-hmm.
because it started there.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron, what were your thoughts on iPhone 16?
Yeah, it's funny to go there when you go there and stay, and you're in Cupertino time.
Yeah.
It is funny 'cause it sounds like a made up place,
Yeah.
and then you're like there, and you're like, I'm on Cupertino time. Yeah.
Cupertino. What was the iPhone 16? I didn't see the keynote. Was there anything crazy in the new one?
I think there's a new button and it's more AI.
A new button.
Oh, I didn't know there's a new
Gasp.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate just got excited. I could buy something.
Yeah.
CBS special.
I didn't know there was a new phone.
I think they announced some of the details today.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, the keynote. I saw people were mad. They were like, the headphones are going to be revamped, and it was just new colors and just kind of, just rinse and repeat what they've been doing.
And they're doing all U2 album on it.
Yeah.
Now it's mine. Easy out.
Right. That might
yeah.
tank Apple.
Yeah.
for you.
They-
I think it'll be better. I think that would be better
Yeah.
tin that
Thank
U2
you,
album.
Dusty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the new iPhone.
Did you see Apple stock plunging like when Michael Scott
Yeah.
spoke at the shareholders meeting?
Yeah.
One president from California.
Only one?
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan.
Nixon.
Wrong. Correct.
I didn't say anything.
Nixon? Reagan wasn't from?
My mistake.
Where's
Wrong,
Reagan
wrong.
from?
Nixon's from like the Chino area, somewhere around there.
Reagan was governor of California, but he was born in Illinois.
Oh,
Yeah, and he was an actor too. It's crazy.
that's wild.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was the
I
governor.
I watched Reagan, the movie.
Yeah.
Yes, me and my parents' friends, and because everybody knew it's pretty old.
Yeah. It was a 3 p.m. showing.
Yeah, it's like everybody there is like voted for Reagan. Yeah, the age group. But one night we went. I was just like, I want to go see a movie, and I don't, it's like because Reagan, I know him obviously, but I was young, and so it was like, oh, let me just go see what his.
Well, have you met
story
Dennis
was.
Quaid?
I think I've met him briefly. But
He lives
I don't-
here.
Yeah. Have I met? I don't know
he
if I've
lives
met
here?
him. Yeah.
I love Dennis Quaid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was.
Big
I
fan
didn't
of all
know.
the
I didn't know a
Quaids.
ton about Ronald Reagan, so it's like pretty crazy. I mean, it's like that dude. Like, just what he did was like not even talking about a president, but just him coming up and eventually becoming president. Pretty
Yeah.
great. He won every state, but
Minnesota,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I remember
that's
that.
crazy.
I literally remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Were you covering it with the news?
It was 84, right?
yeah. So how old were you?
I was born
13.
in 71. I just turned 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look at all those.
Walter Mondale,
You go, Mama.
Geraldine Ferrara.
Look at all those counties Mr. Reagan won, because that's how you don't look at anything as states. You
Yeah.
only look as America as counties.
Tennessee counties.
Yeah,
Were they using
Middle Tennessee kid.
blue and red?
yeah.
They were.
That's what they used in the movie. But it's
Okay.
like one thing is blue. It's where the other guy's from,
Yeah.
and then the rest
Walter
of it's
Mondale.
red. That's pretty
Was
crazy.
it Tim
man.
Russert invented that, right? Making it the
I don't
color.
know.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I didn't know if they were using it back then. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
He had a lot of really funny lines. Like that was the thing. Like he was really funny. Like
Yeah.
what was the line?
So is George Bush.
Oh, didn't he say
had
you
some good
missed?
ones.
Yeah, when he got shot and he's like,
You missed me. No,
you
when a
missed me.
balloon popped.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
made
yeah,
a joke about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then he had the line when they called him old. He said, "I will not make age an issue in this campaign. I will not exploit for my opponent's youth and inexperience." Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
And it was
yeah.
like, all right, race is over at that point.
yeah, they won everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think we have to wrap up.
All right,
We got to wrap it up.
yep.
Was that a sign that said wrap it up?
Wrap it up. They got a show.
I want to see that sign.
He's over,
show it
he's
to-
What
over
did it
there.
say?
Wrap,
It just says wrap.
He starts wrapping a present. Like, what I'm doing.
All right, I'll be in Foxwoods coming up.
This weekend, I'm at Tempe Improv this Sunday. Tempe Improv.
Oh, great spot.
Yeah. The Easier to Drive tour goes to Tempe. So I better get hitting the road as soon as this podcast
Yeah.
is over.
Yeah.
3 days to get out there.
Yep. Tuesday, this next coming Tuesday, September 17th, my next Brian Bates and Friends here at the Lab at Zany's.
Nice.
September 22nd. What's it called here? The Sanctuary? Commonwealth Sanctuary, just outside Cincinnati. September 22nd. September 26th at Louisville Comedy Club. October 4th, I'm back at Alley Ray's, and I shouldn't say even back. I'm doing Alley Ray's in Knoxville. I was scheduled to be there in July, and I got sick and had to cancel. So we've rescheduled for October 4th.
Good deal.
I will be in Plano, Texas,
Mm.
September 19th through 21st.
All right.
Wenatchee, Washington, September 28th. And Eugene, Oregon, October 10th and 12th.
Ooh.
NickThune.com or Arby's.com.
Do you really have Arby's.com?
Yeah.
Oh, that rules.
You do?
No.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I believed you.
I got
Yeah.
excited. My last remaining shows of the year were supposed to be this weekend. 2 sold-out shows in St. Louis at the Helium. We're rescheduling those. I'm going to announce this later, but we don't know. We're going to have this kid any day now, so I don't want to miss that. So we rescheduled those 2 shows to November 24th. So hopefully, if you have tickets to those shows, they're both sold out. Hopefully, you can make the new date. If you can't, I understand. But November 24th in St. Louis, that's my only remaining headlining date this year.
And by this kid, he means his beautiful and precious daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm off this weekend. Could be working, but next weekend I'm in Austin, Texas at the Mothership. all sold out though. And then the next weekend I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, Bristol, Tennessee, then Macon, Georgia, and Charleston, South Carolina. Big kind of homecoming show for me.
Yeah.
Very exciting. DustySlade.com.
Weren't you just there?
I've not been there in quite a while.
Wow.
Charleston, South Carolina?
Okay.
I did Charleston,
I thought
West
you were there
Virginia.
like 2 weeks ago.
I was in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours away, though. That's
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, y'all can probably figure this out later. Now,
what's that?
Where
go
did you
check
see
out
mine?
Nateland Entertainment. YouTube, we got a lot of great stuff on there. Got a lot of big things. Great to see these guys. The great specials.
Thank you, man.
They're gonna be
Thank you
awesome.
for doing it, Nate.
Can't
Yeah,
wait to
thank
see
you.
these. And that's it. All right, we love you. See you next week. Bye.